We're back with another episode of Let's Play PC Building Simulator 2. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. We've got a bunch of PCs out and ready to go, and we've got some new jobs, so let's get to it. Lately, I've been plagued by terrible nightmares. Yes, the dark and twisted creatures that haunt Cobblemere Street stalk me even in sleep. Tossing and turning, a loud noise woke me with a start at 3:15, the witching hour, a bleak herald I've never known. Fetching a light, I went downstairs to the shop. Inky shadows played across the walls, leaping and dancing by the glow of my lantern. There was a thud and a crash. I was knocked to the floor. It was those damned kids. They broke into my shop. Screaming and hollering they went, rushing out onto the street and away, with the monstrous dog of theirs lopping and snarling behind them. Close-circuit television recorded the whole thing, but the police sent me away. Video's too blurry, they said. The faces aren't clear enough. The sales brochure said with the camera that says the cameras can output higher quality video, but I need 2 GPUs and a new GeForce GTX 1080 Ti upgrade to enable it. I trust you can handle that. As for me, I'll never sell up and leave. This shop is my life, but I don't blame those that choose to go. Old Cobblemire Street just isn't safe anymore. Much obliged. Cornelius Cranky, owner and proprietor. Mr. Cranky's Fancy Dress Emporium, established 1897. So he wants two 1080 Ti's. Okay, which he does not have. This card offers 3, so 1080 Ti's, and he wants 2 of them, so that's incredibly straightforward. Okay, so 1080 Ti. Sending. That's just a regular 1080. We need the Ti. We want 2 of those. Which is a 1650, which is just shy of the number there. So that's good. That's all we can do for him. We're going to come back to this build in a minute. I'm getting tired of looking at my old PC. I think LEDs would look awesome. It's not as quick as it used to be, and I get some strange pops. Can you deal with that? And it's a bit dusty inside. So there and there. Install 5 RGB components set to purple with static effect. So what are we looking at here? I don't think this is RGB at all. Oh, it is. Okay, so that's one item. This is probably not. Yeah, just as white. So that's one. That doesn't do anything either. So that's one. And that's it. Then the case might be 2. So there's 2 things. 3 maybe here. Yeah, 3. So there's 3 things that currently turn purple. This dude wants 2 more things. So let us go to case fans, RGB, low to high, and just buy 2 more fans. Boom. Boom. That should be simple enough. I mean, he's not very clear of else anything that can be done. So we'll just go with that. This build. I'm actually looking for a new build. Can I get a nice custom water loop linked to my CPU, please? That CPU could definitely hit 4487 megahertz. Can you overclock it for me? I'll be honest, I can't spend more than 5,000. 5,500. You've got to get it done for by blah blah blah. Let's overclock the GPU to 206. I could use document reader. Can you handle that? Please don't use use part. So he wants document reader. Okay. This is simple enough. He just wants the PC to be water cooled. So that's a big budget too. So we only need about $400, $500 for the parts, but it doesn't have a performance either. So we just need to hit a CPU that hit 4500. So let's go to processors, descending. But I'm looking more actually at, let's go AM4 descending. Because that shouldn't be too hard if we go high enough. So close that. Okay, so he wants a CPU of at least, let's say 4500. So 4500, 47, 4500. Okay, so let's buy that for this guy. Motherboard AM4. We'll go with high to low. Go with this guy. Confirm. 3466. 3466. Just buy one stick of that. Okay, graphics card needs to be just over 2000, so we can probably find that pretty core frequency pretty easily. Definitely those 3080s did that, I thought. The little dinky ones that we were looking at before. Here we go. No, actually they didn't make it. Darn. Okay, so we got to go over that for sure. Probably do it with the 3080, but I'm not going to rely on that. Finding anything that high. Oh, there's the 2000 right there. It's 750. So we'll grab this guy. I feel 2006. That's 2035. That should be fine. Storage, the usual suspect. Power supplies, 1500, just because I want it. Got that cases. This one seemed pretty good last time. It fits everything perfectly, so we're gonna grab this. And he needs a water cool. So this is the only part that's going to be tricky. So let's buy this first. Hope for the best. It just wants the heat sinks on the processor. So we're going to need basically a cheap radiator. We'll go with a cheap reservoir and a CPU block. All right. And then we'll go ahead and plop that there. Grab this dude. And let's get to it. Now I have concerns that I may have gone too small with some of the parts, but we're going to do what we can. Really hope for the best here. Job should be everything for this computer. It's a big card, so I have some regrets. That's all locked in. This fucking case. Ah, there we go. I was gonna say this fucking case, but it still could be a problem, so we're not out of the woods yet. Radiator is gonna have to go either up here or over here. It fucking fit. Funny how it wouldn't show up. Set the memory right. Now, what does this dude want? He wants document reader. Of all the elite things he could have on here, he needs to have document reader. Alright, this guy should be done. His budget was $5,500, and we did it for under $2,000. Look at that. That's why you gotta be more specific to the... You gotta be specific, man. When he says the PC be satisfactory, because of course it is. Got some new parts. Alright, well, let's make it a brand new day. Got a lot of XP for that out of seemingly nowhere. Let's make it a brand new day. I think they're giving out XP based on the difficulty of the build and how maybe how successful we are, but maybe extra money spent is not spent goes into the XP build. Who knows? The game's not going to tell us, but it is something that's interesting to think about. Alright, so let's, before we do any work, as per usual, let's make some room for rigs. Everything's sold. Awesome. Let's clear off these tables. I actually took the liberty of taking out the mini PCs, so those will be coming out kind of next. Once we remove everything in the storefront, or everything in the repair room. This one is, strangely enough, a cheapo. Oops. Nightlife, Mark, 7, no, that should be 18. 1,300. It's fine. It's not a big one. We're not looking to do, like, big things with it. This will be number 2. Boom. Yeah, just a bit too much. There we go. People. I get a lot of calls. Some of them are work, and then some of the other half of them are like people trying to sell me stuff. I swear. $20. That should be everything out of here. Let's grab this. That'll be a full lineup. And this one we'll put at 1,500. Boom. So hopefully those will sell. We're not going to pull anything new out. We don't need to. Now we can pull these guys in and start working on them. Alright. He wants 2 GPUs. Which we have. For him to poop on. Anybody who remembers that, good for you. And I don't think we have to do anything else for him. So that'll do. He is done. This is the one I was concerned mildly about here, is this one. Let's open it up. We gotta install some new stuff. I still need to blow everything out. So tools, put that in. So I believe we need to remove viruses. And we have to install software, the lighting software. Close her up. What did they want? Strange pop-ups and clean. So we need to put in the software to make it purple. Stuff to remove the viruses. Get that going with the lightings app. There we go. Plenty of things to turn purple. What did they want? Static effect. Let's make sure it is static. I think it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. Remove and remove, and this guy should be done. Yeah, it didn't have to do much, even though they gave us a huge budget. Again, it was not necessary. Save the game. Saving is our friend. And then we'll turn these suckers in. Nice. So some reason we're getting more XP for some of these jobs, different than others. Hiya, thanks again for the computer. It looks so good. I honestly felt so calm as soon as I unpacked it. I just know this is the right move for me. Just got another 10 years of my course to go, give or take, and then I'll be certified 100% Zen. Can't wait. Plus, they have an advanced course where you can learn how to overcome the limitations of your physical form and manifest as a being of pure energy. I think I'll stick to my regular body for now, though. It took me almost 40 years to figure out my bra size. I am not keen to start the process over again. Ah ha ha ha. Anyway, must go. I'm writing this email upside down and I'm getting a bit lightheaded. Thank you, Davina, official yogini in training. All right. Strangely enough, we only got 2 new jobs, which is fine. And I don't know if these are story driven or not. So we'll deal with that in a minute. Let's grab one of these guys, I guess. Yeah, and put it over here. We'll take one more, so that way we have 4 slots open. Put it there, because... Buy... And buy. So these 4, so let's grab this one here. Place it with that one. And we'll grab this one. Put it over here. That way we can disassemble these and work on the next set of jobs. There's only 2. So, ooh, look at that water-cooled rig. So, interesting. Get that emptied. Let's disassemble. Get all this out of here. Strangely enough, we've got no jobs that have forced us to use a specific company's parts yet. That was something that was in the previous game as well. Like, I only like Corsair parts or whatever. Now, that might have happened and that might have been a long time ago. So that might be why I'm not remembering it exactly, but I do believe that that is something that it might be actually true. So we've not run into that. Now, this seems to handle... liquid cooled bills rather well. So we might have to consider that if it takes bigger memory, or bigger motherboards rather. Though there's a chance it may not, so I was gonna worry about that kind of stuff. Nice. So we might want to consider that for our big rig, based on the design of it. Another liquid cooled guy. Gonna take this off anyway, just out of habit. Not a powerful card. Moderate processor. So this is probably the weirdest little rig here. Alright. And that'd be done. Okay. So we're all cleared out. Yay. Let's get to looking here at our next jobs here. Love's in the air. Hey, dude, listen, this is kind of awkward, so you have to swear not to share this or post it online or WE, okay? There's this girl in class who I like. I like her. Been trying to find a way to talk to her since I saw a sticker on her maths book that said she's into delinquency day 9 like the game. So that's cool. I can work with that, except I can't because I play on console and I need to run the game on PC like her. Can you build me a PC that can run the game? Come on, you gotta do it for love. Romeo. Alright, Romeo. So, Delinquency Day 9 recommended specs. Delinquency Day 9 at the recommended specs. Okay. So, not a very daunting task here. Ryzen 7 1700X. Let's just start with that. So, boom, Ryzen 1700X. Okay, that's the first step here. So let's go to cooling. And it could be something pretty standard. Motherboard. AM4. Go with this guy as usual. RAM is 3466. It needs a minimum 8 gigs. We're going to put in 16 gigs. Graphics card is specific. Vega 56. Vega 56 8 gig, right? Yeah, Vega 56. So we're at 1251. Our budget is 1400. So we're almost maxed out our budget. Let's just leave it like that for now. Shop. So we need storage. Oh god, we're gonna run too much, but that's okay. We have a plan for that. We have a backup. Power supply. It just needs to be enough. We need a nickel and dime the rest of this here for the 750 watt. It's $100. So, if that's the case, I may as well get this one. Fuck you, game. Case. I didn't check out the length of the video card. 280 millimeter, so okay. So this will work. So we're a little much out of the price range, right? The price range is $1,400. We are $76 over the budget. Easiest thing is to go to the memory and reduce it to 1. And there we are, 13,480. So we'll set that the same day, but we're not done yet. Still another job. Software. I need help with software station. I'm desperate for cookbooks. Strike back, go, please tell the person. So can you do blah, blah, blah. So I blended some plastic, black, white cables might make up for it. Cabling. My kid's been using it. I'm getting a lot of weird pop-ups too. So scan. Okay, simple enough. We'll actually set those cables now for what it's worth. I just need a computer to kind of lock onto here. So black, white cables. Striped, black, white. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and go to the shop and buy everything now. Boom. Shop. Done. And we accepted, and we've accepted. All right, so really quick, let's grab the parts. Let's grab the tower. Let's get this thing rolling hard. Hopefully, you don't try to screw us because the extra fan in there. I see it's already $20 more than it should be, but it should be fine. Go to the job. Power supply. Motherboard. Graphics card. The memory. This guy. Cooling. Okie dokie. That'll put him over. Let's boot it up. Oakley dokley. So that guy should be done. I think this is actually a story one. Let's put it over here. And as usual, we'll save before we turn it in. Voice. And then delete. And then we should have... Okay, all that's been done. We are waiting for the other computer to come in. Everything should be out and good, so we're ready to make it a brand new day. So let's do that. No, I just want to make sure. No, we're good. All right, we're about to level too, which is great. End the day to make it a brand new day. Okay. First things first. Got a few things we gotta do. He was more about weird shit than anything. We're running out of jobs. That's interesting. He wanted recabling. He wants cookbook, strike back, go, and he's getting weird pop-ups. So let's do that first before we recable everything. So virus scan. He wants strike back go. And cookbooks. It's riddled with countless amounts of prawn. Riddled with prawn, riddled with prawn. Alright, that is done. We can remove it. And now for the real annoying element here. We have to recable this bad boy. As per usual, I expect to run into issues with this computer. This cabling has always been kind of wonky for us in this game. Save. Hopefully this goes rather easily. Nice. Oh, we didn't level from that. Wow. We'll get to this in a minute here because I want to deal with this first. So we sold 3 computers. So let's take one from here. So I didn't put the little guys out yet, but these ones aren't very good either. So this one at. Whoa. There we go. One at 1500. Nice. Let's grab this guy who's been sitting here for quite a while. Ooh, nice. So let's put this one at close. 3950. Bam. Alright, so all that is set to go. What are we doing out here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's 4 rigs to put out. Don't need that right now. Alright, that's good. Let's order these new ones. Dismantle these quick, fast, and in a hurry. And we probably have enough time to do the next job because there's only one job for the next day. They're starting to slow down again. I think we had this issue at one stage of the game where the jobs were slowly starting to go to 1 and 2, whereas I prefer to have as many jobs as possible, but that could be a blessing in disguise. But we're not going to know until we get there, as per anything else that we do. Especially since it's just an overclocking job, that might be something we don't have to work too hard on once we take a look at it. But I'd rather get the work area situated before we get to that. And it'd be also interesting to see what we get done the next day, too. So we've hit $123,000, you guys. We still haven't sold off the... We haven't even really gotten to the custom water cool stuff, except for the first four rigs we put out there. So, I'm excited to see what we get for our troubles. Let's construct additional pylons. Alright. I might base water cooling systems exclusively on how many used water cool parts we have. And just be done with it that way. And yeah, that means I'd try to water cool everything attached to it. But I might go out of our way when we go to do that just to buy cases just for that purpose. Or find those Ryzen Tech ones that we saw that looked like they could fit almost anything water cooled in it. Because that would be very convenient for us. Versus trying to shove it in a small container. I think the Leon Lee, as much as I like that case to a degree, it doesn't seem optimal, perfectly optimal for that kind of stuff. But I do like the idea of not dealing with spending a couple thousand or so on hard drives that are solid state, so we don't have to sit through long loading screens because of the mechanicals. So that's one of the pros that I would say for the setup that we've been, kind of what work we've been doing. It's like not downgrading too much. Okay. All of that is cleaned out. Let's take a look here. Office of Constabulary Region A12, case number ring as a part of our official investigation into recent disturbances on Cobble Meyer Street. According to my files, you were in contact with a Cornelius Cranky of Mr. Cranky's Fancy Dress Emporium. I'm ready to inform you that Mr. Cranky has been arrested and charged with fraud. According to my files, you were in contact with... The charges further state that he was engaged in activities to deliberately devalue the Cobblemeyer Street area and its properties for the purpose of his own material financial gain, to wit, the purchase of all nearby premises at drastically reduced costs. These activities include dressing up as various monsters and roaming the area with the purpose of creating fear and confusion among the residents, deliberately misleading the public at large about the safety of the area, making false statements to the police about the same. I have no doubt he would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for the meddling of 4 local kids. Oh god. They discovered the monster costumes and other evidence by chance after their dog broke into the premises, apparently seeing a large sandwich seen from outside. Their actions may have well saved the day, but we cannot ignore the animal's behavior. As such, the dog has been moved to a secure shelter awaiting trial for trespassing. We'll have no more funny business in this neighborhood, mark my words. Regards, Constable Rob Berry. Oh, that's just bad. Look at all these new parts. Nice. Wait, those aren't parts. Those are machines that need to be fixed. Well, we fixed them, so it doesn't matter. All right. Simon Finot here, chairman of the local chapter of Non-Human and UFO Truth-Seeking Organization, Nutso. One of our operatives recently discovered a fascinating geometric pattern in a field just outside of town. I'm doing my best to contain my excitement, but needless to say, this could be a revolutionary discovery. As I write this, our operative is working with local model flying club, of which he is also a member, to gather aerial photographs of the site, and we must be ready to analyze the resulting images as soon as possible. We found a suitable AI analysis engine shard on the National Nutso discussion group. My test run indicates that my computer isn't powerful enough for the required calculations. Unfortunately, our treasurer is currently on holiday in Nevada, so I'm unable to secure funding for any new parts. However, given the potential magnitude of this discovery, I'm willing to pay for an intern job myself. Please do what you can to tune up the RAM, CPU, and GPU. Hopefully that will be enough. Watch the skies, sci-fi not. So we accept. We don't have to do anything except meet that criteria. There's no budget, so it's straight up just work. It's straight up work. Okay, so everything is set up for tomorrow. May as well do this one in this episode. We're making really good time this episode, so let's make it a brand new day. I'm kind of concerned. Are we already getting to the end of the game? Alright, first things first. Let's check this. So 3 sold. Bring us at 130K. There's 3 new jobs. Okay. Feeling a little better. But first and foremost, let's deal with this. So they want a latency issue here. So they want a latency of -2. So 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. And they want a CPU of 3815. What's the wattage on this guy? 750. Okay, so 3815. Do that. And he wants us to overclock the GPU to 1445. What do you want? 1445. Make sure it actually runs stable first. Because while that's going, we will fiddle with other things. All but 1 sold. So let's grab the... Okay, now we're getting into the tiny computers here, except for one of these. I think these are the 3... No, this is a regular one. And the other 3 are the tinies. And 2 of them are, like, really shitty, so we'll be glad to get these out. We weren't planning on doing anything major with them, though I do think I kept one to do something major with, out of curiosity. So this one is definitely one of the worst ones. Right. $24. Let's just try to see if we can sell it for 1,000. Just barely. That's how shitty that is. That's the inventory, okay. And then let's do this guy. Another not very good machine. This one could actually be maybe 1,100. No. Nickel and diming for that one. Yeah, those 2 little guys are going to be pretty terrible. And it ran without breaking. So we actually completed this as requested. And let's see. So that'll be done. We only got one of these left, meaning I gotta reorganize here. We'll put that over here, just so it's kind of out of the way. But look at this guy for a moment. See, much better stuff in there, right? So that's why I'm not considering it cheap tier per se. Let's go ahead and save game. And let's Select, and we reach level 28. Nice. More parts from the look of it. Fans mostly, and new cables. And some kind of case, I think. Let's go ahead and do this real quick to end on, right? Because we're not going to have enough time to do any more rebuilds, I think, or many more fixes. Let's do that. Let's grab those. Again, I'm so proud of how far we've come, reaching level 28 of the possible level 30 levels that this game offers. We could go further. Like I said, when we played the last PC building simulator, we hit level 30, and then we got our game over stuff. So I'm going to suspect that somewhere within level 30, the story jobs will dry up. And then it'll be continue at your own luxury, which we'll do like a couple of bonus episodes of fun little things we could do. But I still feel like we haven't witnessed everything that there is to this game, as far as like hardware goes. But again, don't want to toot my own horn and just assume that we're getting towards end game. Who knows? Maybe there's, you know, double the story content of the previous installment. We don't know until we check. You know, I don't want to write off the developer yet, because it's an indie group of people that worked on this. There we go. Interesting how that fan could connect to an existing fan. That's something to take note of. Put that away. Holy mother of pearl, look at the size of this guy. Out. Didn't seem to have a lot plugged in, did it? In. Didn't mean to do that. Out. All right. So literally we are caught back up, except for the new jobs, right? So we've got things going our way. We are probably a fourth, almost a quarter way to level 29, as we're really starting to make great progress. We're at almost 130k in parts, and we're at almost 130k. So we're making really good money. We're doing really good work. Our business model is apparently working somehow, because in real life it probably wouldn't be this easy, but we have been making actively good progress. So, yeah, just the fact that we've done so well since we've started playing the game, it just shows how far we've come. So with that said, on the next episode, we're going to continue the storyline quest. We're going to keep selling rigs. I'm going to repopulate this whole area with more rigs that need to go out to be sold, because clearly we're just, making them fat stacks, and we did all the hard work necessary to accumulate for that. So that's it. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv, to check our studios for more live gaming action, because when we come back, we go into big rigs. No, I'm just kidding. We are going to keep the story going. Probably hit 20, maybe hit 29 by then. We'll see. So thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll see you guys next time.